Okay, we're live. Hi guys. Today we're going to be learning stress balls. I don't have a stress ball with me. My dog's chewing on it right now. Shortly after I got done with it, earlier today, the practice one, I threw it to my mom, and our dog got a hold of it after that. So my practice stress ball is at my mom's house with the dog. For this one, we're going to need a couple extra things. Keep track, I use stitch markers. They're basically safety pins without the little spiral thing. You can use safety pins if you need to. Of course, our crochet hook, scissors. Let me pull this out because it's a little loud. Some stuffing. Okay, so we're going to learn a new technique today. There. This is called the magic circle. You could also alternately chain two and then do all this into the chain two, but the magic circle is the tightest way to do this, to make sure your fluff doesn't fall out. So what you do is you take your tail end of yarn, take your two fingers, wrap it around your two fingers, and then back over so that it crosses in your palm. And then I just hold it with my pinky there. You're going to insert your crochet hook, grab it, and twist. You can see that. All I'm doing is grabbing and twisting. And then pull through. And then I always chain one. You don't have to chain one after that, but I always do. Then you have your magic circle. You'll see why this is called magic circle in a minute. Now we're going to single crochet 6 into this. This is a little difficult, but I'm sure you guys can get this. So you're just single crocheting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you see the way I'm holding my magic circle, this makes it easier for me to actually crochet into it. I just wrap it around my ring finger, and that keeps it a little more stable. So now you have your 6. You're just going to take your tail and pull. And that is why it's called a magic circle. Because it makes it nice little circle there. You're going to take your stitch marker and you're going to insert it into that last single crochet. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So now we're going to do 2 single crochets. There we go. Sorry, it was twisting a little bit there. You're going to do 2 single crochets into each of the single crochets in this. So 1, 2. This is called an increase. 3, 4, and as you see, I'm just single crocheting, twice into each of my previous rows single crochet. And once you get to this last one, remove your stitch marker. Do your 2 single crochet into that. And again, place your stitch marker in there. Okay. And And this is a spiral. There's also a joining way to make circles, but the spiral is easier for me to teach off of because you don't have to stop and slip into each row. You're just spiraling. Okay, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I have my cheat sheet of pattern right here. So after that, we're going to do a single crochet into the first one, and then 2 single crochets into the second one. 1, 2, and then you're going to repeat this. A single crochet, 2 single crochets, single crochet, 2 single crochets, single, 2, single crochet, 2, single, remove your stitch marker, and then 2 single crochets into that last one. And we put our stitch marker back in. There we go. Okay. As you see, that created almost side-like things. This will become a circle, I promise. Okay. Next, we're going to go. We're just increasing each round to make it bigger before we go down to make the ball part. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then another single crochet. And then that repeats. So that means there's going to be 2 single crochets next to each other. So single crochet, 2 single crochets, single crochet, single crochet, and then 2. And then 2. 1, 1, and then another 2. 1, 1, and then your last 2 for the round. And then you remove your stitch marker again, place it down, do another single crochet. See, our circle just keeps getting bigger. And don't worry about the fuzziness on where your fingers are holding it. This is going to become the inside, which you'll see how to do later. Okay. Now we're going to go a single crochet, single crochet, 2 single crochets to the same one. See how we're just kind of following the path of our walls here. And then a single crochet afterwards. So that means there's going to be 3 single crochets next to each other now. So single crochet, 2, and then single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 2, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 2, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 2, and then single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. Oops. Yeah. 2. And then remove your stitch marker as the single crochet into that space. So you may be wondering why we don't just do 2 increases to every one until we get to the size you want. You can do that, but it's going to get a little wobbly on the edges, and we want something nice and flat. Okay, now we're just going to single crochet into every stitch around. And then this is going to start flaring up on the sides. You'll understand what I mean here in a moment. This is going to create the actual ball part. Thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. I always appreciate whenever anyone is watching any of my videos, and if you're watching this later on in the week or whenever, I also really appreciate that. I also appreciate any subscribes or likes or comments or really any interaction. I love it. Thank you guys. As most of you know, I am a full-time college student, so the fact that I even get to do these videos is pretty awesome. But right now, crochet is pretty much my only income. So I really do appreciate anybody watching this, anything I get, really. And we're going to just put our stitch marker back in. Okay, that was one round of just, see how we're flaring up now? It's creating a ball. We're going to do 2 more rounds of just single crochet around. So this is our second row of just single crocheting around. Also, I'm uploading this the day before, I'm not sure, maybe Tuesday? Tuesday is the first day of October, I'm pretty sure. But it's officially fall, which makes me happy. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. And I really love October. We have a ton of stuff planned for October. We're going to make a bunch of Halloween-themed stuff, starting with pumpkins next week, which that'll be a lot of fun. Pumpkins are super simple. There's not even any increasing or decreasing. It's all done flat, and then we sew it up, and it looks really cool. Last stitch. Take our stitch marker off. Do the last stitch. And we're on our third round of single crochet. And as you'll see, it's really starting to flare up on the sides, and we're actually going to be turning it inside out here in a minute to start our invisible decreases. Now, I say this is a stress ball, but it's really just any sort of ball you would like it to be. You can change it into an ornament. You can change it into a dog toy like I did. Pretty much anything. But you can also just keep one in your purse or bag or whatever to throw at things whenever you need to. Because they're super soft. They're not very big, so they're not going to really hurt anything unless you hit a glass vase or something, which I don't recommend. Don't get me in trouble for that. I didn't recommend it. And we are just about at the end here. Stitch markers are a lifesaver. I really, really recommend investing in some. Any sort will do. Darn it. I can get a hold of it. And they're like bobby pins. They tend to disappear sometimes. Okay, so as you see, some people can manage to work them so that you don't have to flip them, but I always end up having to flip mine. So all you do, turn it inside out like that. So now your center tail on the inside, we're just going to let that chill on the inside. Okay, now we're going to start invisible decreases. This starts out first with 2 single crochet, or let me rephrase, a single crochet and a single crochet. And then to do we went out of screen there for a minute. To do the invisible decrease, you're going to get a hold of just the front part of that first stitch, loop it around, and get a hold of the front part of the stitch next to it, so that you now have the 2. These are 2 of the front that and that. We're getting a hold of these. So you grab it, loop, and then just like your normal crocheting, single crochet. And as you see, you can't even see where it is, and that's called an invisible decrease. Okay. And then another single crochet, so that there's 3 single crochets next to each other. Second single crochet, third single crochet next to each other, and then another invisible decrease. And like I said, you just enter the first half of the stitch, loop it, enter the first half of the stitch, the next one next to it, and then crochet like normal. Single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, our invisible decrease, remove your stitch marker, and another single crochet. Now you might have noticed that we're doing it's like a mirror image of each other. So where we ended with 3 single crochets next to each other for the increasing, we start with 3 single crochets next to each other for the decreasing, and that goes for as far out as you go, and then down, and then yeah, that made sense in my head, guys. Okay, now we do a single crochet, a decrease, another single crochet, so that there's 2 single crochets next to each other, just like that round during increasing. Yeah, and then single crochet. So there's a decrease, a single crochet, and then a single crochet, and then another decrease. Get my tail back into the inside. Okay, single crochet, single crochet, and then a decrease. Single crochet, single crochet, and then a decrease. Oops, single crochet, single crochet, and then a decrease. Here, I'll scoot back. And then a single crochet. And then we place our stitch marker again. Best things ever invented. I love these things. Okay. Now we're on to a single crochet and then a decrease. So that's just single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, a single crochet, and then a decrease, single crochet, decrease, maybe, there we go, single crochet, remove your stitch marker, and then a decrease. And place your stitch marker back in there. And at this point, we're going to stuff it. So you have your nice little makings of a ball here. So just take your stuffing and stuff into the hole. Till it gets to the point you want it. I also considered putting rice in a Ziploc bag and stuffing it like that. I'm not sure how that would work out. It's definitely something I've thought about for stress balls. I don't know. We're on our last round of crochet. So this is a decrease every single one. So decrease. And remember, it's just, this might be easier to see. Grabbing the first loop, twisting, and grabbing the first loop of the second. Oops. It stays on my hook. There we go. This is just decreasing every single one. Which I do admit can look a little funny. We can start to like, let me get the last one here. Remove your stitch marker. You can set that aside now. You can start to look flared up there. If you can see that. But that is okay because that'll be fixed. Right now we take it off and finish it. Okay. And then we take our handy little tapestry needle. And we're going to close the little hole up with our tapestry needle. You can do this however you feel most comfortable, back and forth, however. And then you're going to weave in this end Weaving end ends is simply picking up random stitches, going back in on itself. All we're really doing is making sure that our now tail end is not going to come out. And then we tie it off, which I do tie off simply by I loop back in on a stitch, pull through, and loop it back in on itself, and then tighten. And then we cut, leaving a little bit of the tail end. And then I like to stuff the tail end back into the crochet. This gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So that it doesn't come apart. My knots don't come apart. And there you have your own stress ball. There's a little weaved in tail end stuff. Like I said, next week will be pumpkins, which will take a little bit of time. Pumpkins normally take me about 45 minutes-ish, depending on the yarn. So be prepared for that, please. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night and a great week, and a wonderful beginning to your fall and October. See you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.